Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
WWE star Bron Breakker sent a three-word message on social media today following the attack on Roman Reigns during this past Monday's episode of Raw. Breakker is a member of the Vision faction alongside Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman, and World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. LA Knight challenged Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of this past Monday's edition of WWE Raw. Breakker and Reed were banned from the ringside, but CM Punk showed up to prevent Rollins from hitting Knight with a stomp on the concrete floor. After the match ended via disqualification, Roman Reigns joined the party and tried to attack Rollins. His plan backfired, and the Vision beat him down in the ring. Bronson Reed hit the Tribal Chief with several tsunami splashes, and Bron Breakker took to social media to send a three-word message today following the attack on Raw. The OTC teamed up with Jey Uso to defeat Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed at WWE SummerSlam last weekend. Reigns jumped in front of a spear from Breakker during the match, which allowed Uso to connect with a frog splash off the top rope on Reed for the pinfall victory. Bill Apter comments on Roman Reigns' match kicking off WWE SummerSlam. Wrestling veteran Bill Apter recently commented on why he believed WWE decided to have Roman Reigns' match kick off this year's SummerSlam. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's SummerSlam review, Apter stated that the company likely decided to have the tag team match featuring Reigns and main event Jey vs. Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed kick off the PLE due to the immense star power involved. Apter noted that the match at SummerSlam was alright, but claimed the entrances were memorable. Why did that open up? Star power. Roman Reigns, star power. I thought it was okay. Again, the entrances were spectacular. The match was okay, said Apter. Reigns is scheduled to appear on the August 18th episode of Raw at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It will be fascinating to see how the head of the table attempts to get revenge following the attack this past Monday night on the Red Brand. WWE Raw closed in absolute chaos last night, and the wrestling world is still buzzing. In a shocking twist that nobody saw coming, Roman Reigns, who hadn't appeared on Raw in months, stormed into the main event scene, leaving devastation in his wake. The biggest shock of all? His target wasn't an old rival, but WWE's rising powerhouse, Bron Breakker. The two-time NXT champion and one of Raw's most dominant young stars, Breakker, had just picked up a statement victory over Sami Zayn in the night's main event. The win was meant to solidify his claim as a future world title contender. Instead, it ended with the sudden return of the Tribal Chief and one of the most brutal beatdowns Raw has seen this year. As the crowd erupted into a mix of boos and gasps, Reigns walked down the ramp with his signature cold, confident demeanor. The Bloodlines theme music drowned out commentary as Michael Cole repeatedly shouted, "Roman Reigns is here on Raw." But why? Breakker barely had time to register what was happening before Reigns slid into the ring, leveled him with a thunderous Superman punch, and followed it up with a devastating spear that sent him crashing into the mat. The attack didn't stop there. Reigns mounted Breakker, raining down heavy forearm shots before grabbing a microphone. He bent down next to Breakker's battered face and delivered a chilling statement. "This is my show." The crowd's reaction was deafening, half outrage, half shock. Raw ended with Reigns standing tall over Breakker's unconscious body, holding his finger to the sky in the universal acknowledgement gesture. The three-word message that has fans talking. While WWE fans waited for an official update on his condition, Bron Breakker broke his silence late last night on social media. His post? Just 3 words. "Come find me." No hashtags. No emojis. Just pure, unfiltered challenge. The simplicity of the message made it hit even harder. Fans immediately interpreted it as Breakker refusing to back down despite the ambush. Some saw it as an invitation for Reigns to face him again, this time without a surprise attack. Others took it as a warning that Breakker would hunt Roman down, no matter what brand he's on. The post went viral within minutes, racking up hundreds of thousands of likes and thousands of comments from fans, fellow wrestlers, and even wrestling legends. Why did Roman Reigns target Bron Breakker? Speculation is running wild about why Roman Reigns even showed up on Raw in the first place. The Tribal Chief has been primarily locked into SmackDown storylines, dealing with internal bloodline drama. Several theories are floating around. A power play, with the Bloodline's grip on SmackDown slipping, Reigns may be trying to extend his dominance to Raw before another young star like Breakker gains too much momentum. A statement to WWE management, Reigns could be sending a message that he's still the most dominant force in all of WWE, regardless of brand splits. Personal grudge. Rumors from backstage suggest that Reigns wasn't happy about some of Breakker's recent comments in interviews, where the young star declared he's the future and ready to take over. WrestleMania season foreshadowing. Some insiders believe this is planting seeds for a massive cross-brand showdown at WrestleMania, with Breakker as the next big challenger for Reigns' throne. Backstage reaction to the attack. According to sources, the Raw locker room was just as shocked as the audience. Multiple superstars reportedly checked on Breakker after the cameras stopped rolling, and officials were quick to usher Reigns out of the arena before tensions escalated. One anonymous WWE veteran told reporters, "Roman doesn't do anything without purpose. If he put his hands on Breakker, there's a bigger story here. Bron's tough, though, he's not going to take this lying down." Even Paul Heyman was spotted backstage during the segment, but it's unclear whether he orchestrated the confrontation or was simply there to observe. Breakker's rise and why this feud could be huge. Bron Breakker's rapid ascent in WWE has been nothing short of meteoric. The former NXT champion transitioned to Raw earlier this year and has since bulldozed through opponents like Chad Gable, Ricochet, and even main event players like Kevin Owens. His mix of raw power, explosive speed, and old-school wrestling mentality has drawn comparisons to a young Goldberg, or even a young Brock Lesnar. Pairing that with Reigns' years-long reign of dominance creates a generational clash that WWE fans have been craving. If this feud continues, it could easily be one of the defining rivalries of the year. Fan reactions. The WWE Universe wasted no time in flooding social media with reactions to Breakker's three-word post. "This is the kind of feud WWE needs, future versus present. Let's go. Bron's got guts. Most people would be afraid to even mention Roman's name after that beatdown. Roman's finally got someone who might match his intensity. WrestleMania main event, book it now." Some fans, however, believe Breakker might have bitten off more than he can chew. Reigns has dispatched challengers far more experienced than him, and Breakker's youth and fiery temper could be his downfall. What happens next? As of now, WWE has yet to officially announce any follow-up segment or match between the two. But given the buzz, it's almost certain that this confrontation isn't over. Possible next steps include Breakker invading SmackDown. In true come-find-me fashion, Breakker could show up on Reigns' turf this Friday, making the fight personal. A Survivor Series tease. With brand warfare in November, this could be the perfect setup for Raw vs. SmackDown bragging rights. A Royal Rumble collision. Breakker could make it his mission to eliminate Reigns from the Rumble, igniting a path toward a WrestleMania showdown. Bron Breakker's three-word response may have been short, but it spoke volumes. It told the WWE Universe that he's not intimidated, that he's ready to fight, and that Roman Reigns just started a war. Roman Reigns has made a career out of dismantling anyone who tries to step into his spotlight. But Breakker isn't the type to fade quietly into the background. If anything, the attack might have accelerated his rise to main event status. One thing's certain, this isn't just another feud. This is a collision course between WWE's most dominant champion of the modern era and the man many believe will define the next generation. And it all started with three little words. Come find me. If WWE plays their cards right, we could be watching the start of a rivalry that fans will talk about for years to come, one that could reshape the company's future. If you'd like, I can also make a clickbait headline list for this story so it looks like a breaking news feed for WWE fans. That would give it more hype appeal.